Hey guys, it's Michelle, high performance coach and lead trainer at Mishk. In this video, I want to talk to you about why blaming others for your crap is not a good strategy. In business or in life, people blame things they barely have any control over. It's pretty common for sales consultants to blame the sales managers and sales managers blaming the sales consultants, their marketing team, company's policies, climate, the government, the clients, the customers for their poor performance. The reason they blame? Because it's easy. It's easy to blame other people. Taking ownership of your finances, your personal circumstances, your own negative attitude is hard. It's excruciatingly hard. Just blame the government, and the government is not going to knock your door in the middle of the night and say, hey, we don't suck, you suck. When was the last time you went after your targets like your life is dependent on it? I hope you know that your mother's counting on you, your family's counting on you, the future of your kids is dependent on how well you perform at work. You want to hold other people to the fire and never want to pay attention to your own negative attitude. Your manager, who cares? Your managers don't support you. Your managers owes you no shit. If your number one priority in life is to look after your family at any cost, under any circumstances, you will find a way to prosper even in the middle of all the injustice. If your number one priority is to look after your children, then even though people around you are contracting, they're sitting on the laurels and not taking actions, you will find a way to perform extremely well. Right? So whenever you are in problem, number one step is to take extreme ownership of your problem. The moment you take the ownership of your situation and your problem, you're giving yourself a permission and a power to change that situation. But when you blame it on other people, when you blame it on something outside of your control, you can't change that problem. You cannot resolve that situation. Right? Now, I work extensively with businesses, right, to help them increase their productivity. Now, I often seen salespeople or business managers or business owners complaining that they don't have enough meat in their pipeline, that they do not have enough clients in their pipeline. And the reason they complain, because they are aware that their livelihood is dependent on how many clients they close, how many people they speak on a daily consistent basis, right? Now, we all love those clients who are extremely easy to sell. People who are already sold on your idea, products and services. We call these clients low-hanging fruits. You don't need any serious skills to close these people. A monkey could close these people. Now, the problem is you cannot build a profitable business only around these clients. You cannot have 20, 30, or 40 years of longevity in the marketplace only around these clients. And sales consultants, number one strategy these guys have to close more sales is keeping the fingers crossed, hoping, wishing, and holding the breath and wishing these clients fall into their laps. They don't want to get their hands dirty. They don't want to grind. They don't want to hustle for these clients. Understand this, while you're waiting for the perfect client to knock your door, there's someone out there who's moving with so much of urgency that they're getting your share of the pie as well. They're calling all the people on the list. They're calling people off the list. They're consistently putting themselves out in the marketplace. They're creating the content. They're promoting themselves and the businesses they work for on all the social media platforms. And while they're doing all of these things, the one thing you and I don't get to see is they're getting better at their craft. They're creating great deal of business for themselves and the company they work for. And they are also keeping your share of the profit. Understand this, guys. While you are sitting in your perfect office, coming out with the reasons and the excuses that why it is not your fault and your manager's fault, right? You are becoming inactive, invisible in the marketplace. Right? Now, people blame the government. Understand this, guys. The government do not get to dictate how much money you get to make in a lifetime. They do not decide what kind of lifestyle you are going to provide to your family. Right? They do not get to dictate how much money you are going to make. As I said, if your number one priority is to look after your parents, your kids, your spouse, then you will find a way to prosper. If they are raising the taxes, just move to a different state or a different country, or figure out a way where you can earn more money. More taxes is not your problem. Limited income is your problem. At least identify the right problem. Okay? 90% of the businesses fail because of the obscurity. Right? Now, the problem with far too many people is they focus on the wrong stuff. What you focus on, expand. If you focus on expenses gonna blow up in your life. But if you consciously focus on income generating opportunity, you're gonna attract more income into your life. If you're surrounded by people who are always blaming and complaining, then you need to walk away from these people. These guys are energy vampires. They will suck every bit of energy out of you. They will suck the life out of you. But at the same time, you need to audit your own behavior. If you are the one who always complain and blame other people, then you need to change this behavior. You need to replace this negative habit with something positive. Always remember this, guys. People who are the loudest, who are making the most noise, are the most insecure, and they got most to prove. People who are secure, they are calm and composed under pressure. So it is your job and your responsibility to make sure that you are consistently working on yourself, your skills, your ideas, and you are constantly working on your mindset. Otherwise, at every sign of discomfort, you will feel threatened, you will feel insecure, and you will start looking for the reasons to blame other people. You need to start treating unnecessary whining and loathing as something contagious. It spreads like a virus, and before you know, it can contaminate your entire system. So guys, before I go, understand this. Blaming will not solve any of your problem. It will not raise your game. It will not improve your skill. Okay? So stop blaming. Stop holding other people to the fire for your mistake. Take ownership, extreme ownership of your situation. When you do that, you are giving yourself a permission to change your situation for better. Let's roll.